okay, then quickly we find out like something is terrorizing a place called Gingertown. Which honestly, part of me is like, good?
Well, that's racist.
No.
And not a single soul was lost that day.
You know, I mean, I don't even know how Cell powered up in Gingertown. I'm really good at that.
Wow, we're going to ignore Jordy for
You
a
might say
second.
I'm doing the best at this.
No, I'm still the OG.
First is not always best.
First is always
In fact,
best.
if I remember correctly, first is the worst. Second is the best.
No,
Third
triples
is
is
the
And
one
third is the one.
with the hairy chest.
of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
What the fuck are we talking about? This is an
Classic
anime
song.
podcast.
Lore. This is
Welcome back to Anime Shmanime, guys.
Where we have hairy chests.
Yeah.
a little bit actually. Yeah.
Actually, the three of us, we do.
Do we?
Yeah.
Who's got the hairiest chest?
Oh, for sure, Jay.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Jay for sure has the hairiest chest.
All right.
I'm Asian, guy.
I don't even think we need to check.
You
Yeah.
can sign into our OnlyFans and find out for yourself on that.
You got to stop teasing them with that
Why?
and just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Let us
One
know if
day
you want
we'll
to see us
just,
naked.
you know what we'll do? We won't stop teasing them, but one day it'll just exist, and we'll find out who's actually been checking every time we say it.
It will
Yeah.
reward those who
Yeah.
have been checking every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they earned it.
You get a free image of Jay's chest.
And that's it.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Dragon Ball Z.
yep. Still,
No hairy chests here.
No,
not a hair on a
they're-
chest to be seen.
Squeaky clean.
Yeah.
But their hair color does change.
It does.
Do they shave their chests? Is that just like an off-scene
It
situation?
might be just like good genetics, you know?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Asian people generally don't have a lot of hair on their chest.
Yeah. It also like isn't our universe, so like maybe they just don't have that.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. You're learning.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we are covering Dragon Ball Z. This is what, part
Season 5.
Five.
5.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
season 5.
Yeah, and super
So-
handy. Crunchyroll has now actually broken them into the seasons that we're covering them in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Super handy for me.
Yes. Yeah, for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we won't waste too much time with like history or anything on this.
I don't think we
but-
need to.
I mean,
No.
I will say it originally aired May 20th to November 18th, 1992.
All right.
1992.
That's right.
I was a wee little kid.
Yep.
Yes.
I will tell
I was-
everybody my age right now by saying that I was 1
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy to me. So you were 1 while this was airing, and
in Japan.
I was in
Okay,
grade
yeah,
2.
yeah.
In
In
grade
Japan. This didn't the dub didn't air till 2000
Yeah.
when I was 9.
2. Wow.
But that dude, 9 is prime age
Oh,
to
yeah,
be
yeah.
watching Dragon
Yeah.
Ball
Oh,
Z.
yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah.
Come on.
Definitely
That's
not
true.
almost 40.
No.
Let's be real.
But it's like it's kind of crazy when I really think about how the longevity of this show that it has. Like same with like, you know, like Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, like all of those shows from the 90s. Like there's something timeless about them that are for the community anyway.
I feel like that's true if you started with them or had
Yeah.
like an introduction to them younger, or you weren't like just forced to watch it by your friends who make you watch things like
No, but this is still
Yeah.
still top tier. Like
Yeah.
even today, like Dragon Ball Superhero, the movie just
Yeah.
came out like what, a week or so ago.
Yeah.
Fourth highest grossing Japanese film of all time.
that's fucking bonkers to me.
Yeah.
Is fourth highest of all time. So like Dragon Ball is just as relevant today as it was in 1990, if not more so.
If not more,
Alright.
especially since they like cut out all the powering up
That's right.
episodes and filler episodes and like Super.
So
And-
Almost as if they realized they made a mistake.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they retconned this too, right? Like a little bit by doing Dragon Ball Kai, right? Z Kai, and
Yeah.
then but we didn't make you watch that one.
Oh, I'm painfully aware that we didn't make
that's
me watch that.
and that's not so much of a retcon as much of like a just brutal editing down.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like just stripping it right down to the bare bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You miss out, I think, on a lot of the character and like the,
Yeah.
you know.
Some of the nuances and some of the
The fun shit.
Fun shit. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, there's some flavor in there that you miss out on.
Sure.
Absolutely. All right, sure. Yeah.
Okay, let me give you a little anecdote about this season that I thought about. So this season reminded me a little bit of like when the Power Rangers, when the Green Ranger, they lost him for a bit, and the Red Ranger had to wear the crest, and I think the Black Ranger wore it too. Because in this season, you don't get Goku or Gohan at all. It's all Vegeta and Trunks.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is like B Team being like, okay, we need to fucking like make something happen here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. B Team, although for a short moment there when they are coming out of the chamber and Goku and Gohan are going in.
Yeah. They
at that-
literally tag in.
Yeah. But for that,
That's right, because this is the first time he gets to see the hyperbolic time chamber.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Spoiler alert, guys. Mikey did not rewatch.
Also, we didn't spoiler alert that like we're gonna spoil this, but you
yeah,
know.
but like, I
You
mean, if you've been
know.
watching our show, you guys know we're gonna spoil the shit out of everything.
Yeah. That's going to go on a shirt too.
But yeah,
So we say that every episode.
for that split second,
Yeah.
Vegeta is more powerful than Goku.
Interesting.
And that's probably the first time you've ever seen that in
Yeah.
this show, like
Yeah.
maybe ever.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's a constant back and forth from now until eternity.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Get ready for that.
Okay, great. I love when things last for eternity and never resolve.
Yeah, man, strap
It's
yourself
my favorite. It's my
So
favorite.
good.
Yeah,
It's my favorite.
Mikey, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
You never know how it's going to turn out. It just keeps going.
You're just being fully
love it.
facetious, and Mikey's like, it's so good.
But you know what though? There's other animes that have gone this long and
Oh yeah,
yeah, right, like and
Totally.
have given us a definitive ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just enjoy it.
All right. All right. Well, let's get into, I guess, the world, which like there's nothing new. in the
No,
world.
let's just skip world and art, right? Because
art. I think is always worth talking about every season, just in the sense that I think it once again improves.
Yeah,
okay,
I
yeah, that's
mean,
fair.
I've done like this insane like next level nerd deep dive, and I've started looking at who all of the like individual keyframe animators were for each season of Dragon
Interesting.
Ball Z, and there's like 8 to 12
Okay.
usually per season, different.
Nerd.
And these aren't literally, yeah, I'm admitting that this is like next level, but like I've started picking out the guys now that I like
Okay.
that
Oh,
again
wow.
are called in for like they did 2 frames on 3 episodes of
Yeah.
the season.
But you catch it now because you know their style and you can.
But
you see
I'm
it.
telling you, when you line shots up side by side of all these different artists, you do see the differences. You
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
how
you
they,
lock it in.
they change face geometry, they change where the nose is located, they change a lot of different subtle
Interesting.
things.
Things
but
are sharper or looser.
100%, yeah.
You know what though? I respect that.
Yeah,
you
more
going
or
that-
less detail.
that deep, and then you have a much bigger appreciation for said artists.
I guess
right?
what I
Yeah.
would say is kind of cool from a person who doesn't notice that shit is that shit's there for you, but for a person like me, I don't notice as if like every scene looks drastically different. There's still a cohesiveness,
100%.
because I didn't catch that at all.
Yeah.
No surprise there.
Well, as a kid growing up,
Yeah.
before I knew that they were bringing in like entirely new artists to do certain frames, I was like, oh, the artist tried harder on this
Yeah.
for this part.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sure.
And now they're trying not so hard on these parts. Now I know it's like this artist is not
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy's really fucking good.
You're once again speaking of the schlubs.
The schlubs.
Schlubs.
My schlubs. My schlubs. I'm acknowledging you once again.
Yeah, acknowledging your like piss poor job.
Better than I could do.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
Better than I could
Sorry.
do.
One thing you might have insight on art wise is that I actually feel like this season, and I think maybe even the one before, didn't advance art wise as much as like from season 1 to 2 or even 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think from this point on, it's kind of settled in. Like the kind of the artists that are working on it, kind of at this point in the season, kind of finish it through.
Okay.
So it's what you're seeing here is basically the established
Cool.
style.
The dream
moving
team.
forward. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I
I don't remember anything differently like after.
The only
this season.
only place you're gonna get different stuff from this point on is when we make you watch the movies.
Make me watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they
okay.
do bring in a lot of people from the show, a lot of the key guys from the show, but then there's also stuff where they're bringing in new people for the newer movies.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Super Broly, one of the more recent ones.
I heard about that a lot.
The art style in that one is extremely distinct.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Fucking
I know it's so good.
so
dude.
good.
Yeah,
I heard a
so
rumor
good,
that
so
Disney's
good.
making like an MCU style Dragon Ball world. Is that true?
I don't think I've heard about that.
Disney would have to first purchase Toei or
yeah.
Disney and or Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Would you like if that happened?
No.
Well, Universal Studios. Universal Studios Japan has had rides for years now that have been Dragon Ball themed.
Oh, okay,
They're
yeah.
usually some sort of motion theater ride.
But I meant
3D
more for like a
ride.
movie franchise, like the MCU movies,
Yeah,
not like a theme park.
Well, I can see them like taking on like having a license for a movie, but like as the entire license and rights,
Yeah.
like you can't take that away from Toei. Like you can't like they've
Had it
done
from the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So I don't think they would do it. Like I don't think they would do it the same amount of justice. But I did say that about Marvel when Disney bought them out,
Yeah.
and they haven't like completely ruined them. So
Yeah, like what would be the concern there? Like, what are you positing is like?
I don't know.
dangerous
People
about
always
that?
talk about the adaptations, right?
Oh, are you
Well,
talking about
I-
live action adaptation?
Yeah, like
of Dragon Ball?
Evolution?
Like an MCU, like an MCU style movie
Okay, you can't just
franchise
say
about
MCU
Dragon.
style because MCU has had animation as well.
Okay, but that's what I was talking about.
But I'm just saying, like, I would.
those details are important.
Okay, I am talking about like the movie franchise that we
Yeah.
are now all experiencing. That is like literally all of cinema. But for Dragon Ball Z. Are you down
I
for
don't.
it?
I don't think it can be done.
No.
No.
Okay.
I don't think. I don't think it can be properly translated.
You
Like,
don't want to watch a whole movie of Chaozu?
So we had Dragon Ball Evolution,
Yeah.
Actually, I
okay,
kind of
and it was an absolute abomination, but
Yeah.
it was also a movie that the director himself apologized to the community for,
Yeah.
like 20 years after he put it out, literally unprompted.
Yeah.
Well, not unprompted. He was probably prompted by death threats and letters to his
For
house.
years, I'm sure. yeah.
But I'm just saying, on his own of his own volition, came out and apologized for Dragon Ball Evolution.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we haven't had a like truly high budget, A tier, top tier like movie adaptation
Yeah.
with a good visionary director, with a good art department. Like we're getting one with Gundam pretty soon.
Yeah.
And the guy who's doing it is a massive fan of the franchise. Like
Okay.
people have brought up tons of tweets that he's made in the past about him rewatching Gundam and
Yeah.
fawning over his favorite characters. Like they picked a great guy. I think it's Adam Wingard is doing it.
Cool.
See, I'm still skeptical, man, because it's like even if you're a huge fan, and you say that I'm going to do it justice. I know what the other fans want.
Doesn't
All
guarantee
that
it.
it doesn't guarantee. Yeah, it doesn't guarantee.
But it's better
it.
than a studio doing it without a fan.
Yes.
That's true.
See, but I guess the other thing too is with Gundam, and it's mech, right? Like because Pacific Rim was pretty good.
Yeah.
Fucking
And-
awesome.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like I love
phenomenal.
that. And so it's the translation. It's always the translation from anime to live action where there's a certain amount of charm, and we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
There's a certain charm that just doesn't translate, right? Like for example, if they try to make Cell or Piccolo now, like they really need to fucking hone down on the character design in IRL, right? What that's gonna
It'd
look
be
like.
really tough.
Yeah.
But like for someone like Rorun and Kenshin, which is all samurai, and it's a
More
you
of
know,
a period piece type
yeah,
thing.
exactly, right? And then they
easy.
made it a little bit darker, so
Yeah.
it's way more palatable, and it works, and it
Interesting.
actually was awesome. I love.
You're
the
not making
beginning.
aliens.
You're not making aliens.
Yeah.
You're actually making history.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like just a rewritten.
So Gundam will work. Gundam, I think,
Yeah.
will work. This, I agree, man. I don't think you can
I,
pull off the aliens in this, dude.
No.
And I also don't think I have yet, and trust me, the internet is chock full of people's artistic renders of a realistic
Oh, okay.
Goku or
Yeah.
a realistic Vegeta or
Yeah.
all these
Yeah.
different characters. It never fucking looks good, man. It always
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
wonky and weird and just janky, dude. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. People out there might disagree with me.
Yeah.
But I do not want to see some fucking Hollywood actor
Yeah.
with fucking Super Saiyan hair, man. I will always just
Yeah.
laugh at that dude forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
I'd much rather watch cosplayers do it.
Sure.
Sure, because it's fun and it's
Yeah.
goofy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it maintains some of the charm that you're talking
Exactly.
about.
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. Right. Like I remember when AOT came out with the live action. And that was like, oh, I'm gonna be pretty hyped for this. No,
Yeah.
I was not.
Has there?
It was awful.
I know we're off on a huge tangent, but like, has there been a live action adaptation that you're like, okay, yeah,
of
that one's
anime?
good. Yeah.
I've heard very good things about the Full Metal Alchemist ones.
Yeah, I've
new
heard
ones.
good things
Yes.
about that one, but
Okay.
the only one I've ever liked
Was Rurouni.
Yeah, Rurouni. Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
that's a samurai.
I actually haven't
anime.
watched that one because I want to watch more of the anime before I watch that live action one. But yeah, you know what? Like for me, like one of the weird ones, I guess it's really just the cusp of anime, but the Speed Racer movie is actually like a fucking trip, dude.
Really?
Really? Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's a weird one to pick out of all of the ones because I watched Speed Racer
But I'm telling you, dude, if you sat down with your friends and consumed
and got high, you
some
mean?
sort of psychedelic
Yeah.
substance of some kind,
Yeah.
Do drugs
and watch the fucking Speed Racer movie, I guarantee at the very least it will melt your brain.
You'll be like, whoa,
Okay,
dude.
and you'll either like that brain meltage or not. But Speed Racer is one where I'm like, they definitely did something here with the transition from the cartoon to the live action that.
Yeah.
It was different, but
Yeah.
I think it felt on par. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
intention was made to like do it
worked.
justice.
Yeah.
They just kind of worked.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, dude, like no, I don't think it's ever been done. And even again to end this tangent, Jordan Peele recently was tacked onto an Akira live action, and then said and
That
then,
feels bold.
and
Yeah,
then, and
that's
then,
another
but,
one I'm
no,
scared
but
about.
then he said no, I'm not fucking doing it, and they canceled it. And he said, I'm not touching that. It's one of my favorite movies ever, and I'm not going to touch it because I don't think it can be properly done.
Interesting. That one I could see them doing well, to be honest with you.
And
What?
Jordan and I think Jordan Peele would probably be the guy to do it if
He
anybody.
might be, yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw Nope, but
I haven't
it's
yet.
like fucking.
All right. I'll watch it.
But like,
Anyways, we're not talking about Dragon Ball anymore.
Should we bring it back around?
That's
all right, that was fine.
Nope is about aliens. Cell is an
Yeah.
alien.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Anyways, he's not
Also,
an alien.
like
He's an android.
this probably would have been a real short episode if we didn't do that. So let's move on.
Also, Cell's not an alien. He's an android.
He's an android.
He
Yeah.
looks like an alien.
Yeah, he looks. I don't know what the fuck he looks like.
Yeah. But we
Okay.
do have to do Rowan and Kenshin at some point.
Sure.
Samurai X, because it's like that was a big samurai one in the 90s.
We haven't done a lot of samurai shit.
Yeah, not in a while. Like,
Yeah.
I think the next one we should do is Samurai Champloo.
All right. Off air, we'll talk about it.
Anyway,
That
there
was
we go.
wasn't that a Carlo suggestion? Samurai Champloo? I think he suggested it.
Okay, well, he
Anyway.
suggested a few, which we have to do a few of them. Carlo, I know you've suggested a bunch, and we haven't got to one yet.
Instead,
but
we're
I
going to
love
read
you.
Dick Fight Island, so sorry, Carlo. Sorry.
I still haven't signed whatever contract is involved in that, by the way. But
It's just a
Well,
gentleman's...
the cat's out of the
it's
bag.
a gentleman's hand job
Yeah.
agreement.
anyways, back on track.
Okay, let's talk about
Anyway.
some of the characters. Obviously, there's a fucking million of them, and we've talked about them all before, but some of them are worth mentioning a bit again. First off, I want to talk about Chi-Chi for a second.
Okay.
Because in
Chi-Chi.
this season, she lets Gohan go.
Yes.
She lets him go, which is a huge departure from her character.
Yeah.
Because that's literally the only thing we know about her character.
That's her
She
whole-
doesn't want Gohan to go,
Yeah.
but she lets him go.
Yeah. Fiercely.
And I was like,
protective
wow,
mama.
it's like, for the first time in the show, are we getting growth? And is it in Chi-Chi?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Could be.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Thought that was
well,
noteworthy.
there's some growth there too. I mean, when they go
I
into the
know.
hyperbolic time chamber, like father and son.
That's
and
later.
they're-
That's next season.
Oh fuck.
Sorry,
Is
buddy.
it?
No.
No, that's this season.
No, you're right. They go in together.
They go in together,
Yeah.
and that's like the first time like Gohan or no, not Gohan, Goku's actually trying to be a dad, but in a weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just started the next season like the other day, and they have like a cute little moment, but we'll talk about that next time.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gohan, also his mullet is out of control now.
Crazy.
Like out of control.
Yeah.
And it's just a way to make him look childish compared to all the other Saiyans who have like the so he's got a and a little wham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're always trying to differentiate him a lot from Goku as well.
Yeah, because otherwise they're identical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this is the point where I thought Gohan was going to become the new main character of the show.
Yeah.
He was at this point still. Toriyama still did want him to be the main character in this arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense because like the original Dragon Ball was Goku's youth, right? And him training and growing. So it makes sense to like further that by doing it again here with Gohan.
But they had to hook everybody with Goku
Yeah.
being the main character from the get-go to bring everybody back.
yeah, because he's
Yeah.
Superman.
That's right.
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's technically it, right?
And also the beginning of Dragon Ball, Gohan is a whiny baby little bitch who just screams and
I-
fucking cries the whole time.
Hated him in season
Yeah,
one.
that's what I
you
mean.
all probably remember if you watched that.
So it would have been a hard sell as your new main
Yeah.
character, replacing one of the most beloved of all time.
Yeah.
With a whiny
Yeah.
little baby bitch.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. But at this point,
Give me a Krillin season.
you're kind of liking Gohan at this point, though, no?
yeah, a little bit.
He's grown on you. Talk
yeah.
about growth.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yeah.
Physically and,
Yeah, no, you're right.
you know.
He, I'm sure it'll happen, but he's about due for like a big W.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
about due to like go into battle, exert himself, and like come out on top.
Yeah.
Because like nobody ever does that in the show except Goku. Literally nobody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
far,
Yeah.
he's been the one to finish it off every time.
Everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Bulma because she continues to be fucking strange. She baffles me, dude. I don't understand why people love her so much. I guess you had to be a horny kid.
You don't
that to work?
understand.
No, it's
I
when
don't.
when you watch the full, because we had that waifu wars, and she won at the end. Like, she's the only anime character that really does the damn thing.
I can't believe it, dude.
That's right.
I can't believe it. She's so strange to me.
But it's
She kind of bothers me.
it's the full scope of it, right? Like,
I guess I don't know the full scope.
yeah, because like eventually she becomes like an actual mom. She's strong. She's smart.
Okay.
She's not so ditzy all the time.
At,
She's
at
so
this point
dumb.
in the story, she's doing exactly what Toriyama wanted her to do, which is to be this like, kind of like snooty, kind of like attitude ridden,
Yeah.
but like still helpful in subtle ways kind of character who like
Sure.
shows up and kind of ruffles everybody's fucking feathers when she does,
Yeah.
but is ultimately still part of the team.
Yeah.
She
Sure.
still brings something to the table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the ruffling of the feathers continuously. Like, she's a comic relief at this stage.
yeah.
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 Well, she's like what, in her early 20s? Like, she's like 21 at this point.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
has this weird situation with like grown Trunks and baby Trunks where like I think she's attracted to her own son. Like, I think if she didn't know any better, she probably would fuck him. Do you know what I mean?
You know what?
And I guarantee you there's porn of that.
It's so on brand for some of the stuff that's out there in
Oh, yeah.
anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
guarantee
the
it.
lolly complexes and the sister complexes and shit like that.
Yeah.
But what I will say though is that I guess it's kind of like her falling in love with Vegeta. You got this other strong Saiyan looking dude.
Yeah.
That kind of looks like Vegeta.
Yeah.
Right,
I think
but-
she's just DTF, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think
At this stage in her life?
age thing just presents a very strange
Yeah.
dynamic for them.
Yeah.
That they're very close in age.
Yeah.
They're probably maybe close. I don't know the exact. Somebody could probably call me out on this, but I feel like they might be closer in age than her and Vegeta
Probably, yeah.
at this point in the story.
Yeah. I mean, they're all aliens, so they all could be a fucking million years old, and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
There's another character that's kind of involved with Bulma that has a noteworthy moment, but it's Yajirobe, who for the first time has an actual bro move where Bulma's like losing it and trying to run off, and he's like, "Yo, stay with your baby." And I was like, "Yes, Yajirobe, tell her, man," because like,
And that's so rich coming from him.
of course, yeah,
yeah, to be responsible ever.
yeah. Otherwise, I hate that guy.
Yeah, but
You're supposed to though.
Yeah,
you
I'd
know
love
you
to hate
fucked
him.
up when Yajirobe's calling you out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
And again,
100%.
all the more reason why I don't understand the Bulma hype, because she's like literally lower than Yajirobe in this season.
Yeah. I mean, you know what, dude? There's and this is something that I didn't bring up on the waifu wars, even though we probably should have. But there's definitely like a lot of sexism involved in like Bulma's portrayal.
Well,
and,
like,
characterization.
Most of your waifus, probably.
Yeah,
But
but
also, especially for the time that this came out too, right? Like
Yeah.
that was
But
so.
yeah, just for her to
pretty
be this
rampant.
like emotional, like
Ditzy, yeah.
kind of mess of a person, like a man stepping in and telling her to look after her child, like,
Not just any man.
the
schlub of a
worst
man,
man
yeah.
even could tell. It's like there's a little bit of sexism in there, I think.
For
So,
sure. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's talk about Kami and Piccolo because they have a huge moment in this season too,
Together.
Yes.
where they re-merge.
a real close
Yes.
moment.
Yeah, literally like
Intimate.
the closest two can be because two become one.
Ooh.
I need some love like I never needed love before.
Yeah.
Good song.
Yeah.
And when that happens
Oh my
too,
God, we're just gonna become a fucking musical at this point.
we should sing a song every episode from now on. You guys down?
That's the challenge.
You down?
That's
Yeah,
the
that's the
challenge.
challenge,
Somebody's
yeah.
got to find a song.
Okay.
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 Yeah, we gotta.
Well, we
sing
had
some sort-
Seal last time.
We had Seal before, yeah.
Yeah. I don't even remember.
Yeah. So when they remerge, Mr. Popo's like literally shook. He's crying. He's like a mess. And in my head, I'm like, of course we're going to see Kami again because nobody goes away in the show.
Yep.
Right? Am I right about that?
You'll see.
You'll
Yep.
see. You will
That's a
see.
big ol' yes. And then also when they merge, they start calling Piccolo a super Namek. And I'm like, is every race get a super?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
there's a couple races that don't have a super. They have a super, but they don't call it a super.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
think
but they-
super might have just been a buzzword back then, especially
Yeah.
for Toriyama and whatnot, and
Yeah.
and especially in the Dragon Ball universe, that
Yeah.
it's really a catch-all term that they like to use for just like
Yeah.
better,
Yeah.
ultimate, stronger,
Yeah.
more jacked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
whatever, like
Sure.
just super,
Okay. He's so super.
so super.
Super. Okay, let's talk about our big bad guy this season because we meet Cell.
Yes.
And he's kind of like another standard Dragon Ball Z villain at this point. I'm like not struck by him as being anything more special than the other ones we've met.
Does he feel like shades of Frieza?
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's reasons for that. You find
course.
out. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, but also like I think at this point, like, you know, Toriyama had established kind of this super villain within the anime like universe with Frieza,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
created this archetype. And so, you know, obviously to us, like, you know, I think maybe even when I was a kid, I was maybe rolling my eyes like, okay, another Frieza. Here
Yeah.
we go. More forms
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
through. And
Exactly.
you know, and it felt very samey. But at the time, this was unprecedented shit, and people were probably clamoring for more like Frieza at the time.
Probably.
And we're
Yeah.
probably hungry for Cell as opposed to
Yeah.
kind of already over him.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, it's just going after the next big bad that's gonna give you all the different transformations. But in this way,
Yeah.
he gets transformed in a much different way, and powering up
true.
in a much
Yeah.
different way.
There's
That's
some
true.
nuance there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
So
So-
I think that's what really makes him different. But Frieza is the one that always comes back.
Yes.
In Dragon
Always.
Ball.
For sure. Yeah.
Right? Like you haven't
I haven't
gotten
seen
there,
it.
but-
Maybe
but-
once
but-
I've seen it, but yeah.
But you'll always see like Frieza somewhere.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great. I can't wait. But one thing I noticed when I met Sal is like everyone's fucking terrified of him. Like he's the strongest villain we've seen yet. Meanwhile, we've seen all of our guys training. We've seen all of them battling. We've seen them get stronger. Cell doesn't feel any stronger than any of the other villains we've met yet, right? But there's this like trope in Dragon Ball Z villains where they're like, oh, this one's way more dangerous, way stronger, his power level's way higher, but we don't see it. They just say it.
That's because
Yeah.
you can't sense power levels like the
Yeah.
characters in Dragon Ball Z can.
Yeah, I understand that. But like
They
as a
literally
viewer
have a
from a
sense
show,
for it.
Yeah.
as a viewer from a show, like you have a job to do. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
sell me on the villain.
Sell you on Cell?
Do you know what I'm saying though? And I feel like in this show that's not being done.
I think there's an established rule that exists in this universe for seasons long now that people are able to sense each other's ki.
Yeah.
And that's just an energy
Yeah.
thing that exists in martial arts, that exists in everything, and they
Right.
just amplify it here. The same way that you could feel a guy across the octagon in the UFC
Yeah.
when he's really fucking fired up, you can almost feel it.
or you
across
feel
the
like
fucking,
somebody's watching you.
like, and they're just taking that concept and just fucking making it super.
I'm just saying that as a viewer, I want you to show me the key and
Okay.
get me hyped on it.
They
Don't
will.
just
Did they not?
eventually, yeah.
They do eventually. But like, how are they going to show you in an animation that this guy is stronger when they're already blowing up like fucking?
See, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because they go too hard off the bat.
Yeah.
Frieza blew up planets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Early
Yeah.
on.
So the best way is to tell you.
No, the best way is to start smaller.
I agree with
and
that.
have some space for growth.
Yeah, dude. No, you just got lawyered, bro.
I don't know, dude. I don't know,
Straight
dude.
up.
I just
Straight
feel
up.
like I've
No,
already
they-
seen the most destruction I'm going to see.
They can tell you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That I agree with, dude. And that comes down to, I think, a lot of people's huge gripe with Dragon Ball compared to, because people will like Naruto and One Piece and all these other like serialized animes, but hate on Dragon Ball because the power scaling is so out of whack.
Yeah.
And that term power scaling comes
Yeah.
up all the time on the internet.
Yeah.
In the community.
We've talked about it ad nauseum.
Because it's always out of whack.
Yeah.
It's not reliable whatsoever. So Mikey's right. You have to go off of people's words, what they're saying.
Or,
Trust what they're saying,
dude,
or what, make it better.
no, or you can show me by having the stronger characters do more impressive shit. Because then the power scaling is not out of whack. Then
Yeah,
it's very clear for me.
But then by
Yeah.
season 4, you're destroying whole universes. Dude.
Yeah.
Take
And
it
we're
there.
we're gonna take you there on Gurren Lagann.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but actually, we do end up into universal destruction territory in
Actually,
the Dragon Ball story eventually,
It's
dude.
super,
Great,
yeah,
amazing.
it's
But
super
also
we do.
like, you know, they're looking at this like especially at this point in the game as a long play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
This is a story that they want to last
Yeah.
many years, keep people employed many years,
I
make
getcha.
many dollars.
I get you, but from a viewer standpoint, to me, that means some filler and throwaway in the middle just to stretch it out. Because
That's
this,
serialized anime, dude. As soon
know.
as it gets
Yeah.
picked up like that,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're
yeah.
getting
And we've said
fucking
this before.
endless seasons.
I get you. I just don't have to like it.
Okay.
No, but I think at some point, if you want to enjoy this stuff, you
Yeah.
have to get over it.
I'm not sure I want to.
Yeah, yeah. You had there's like I said in the first like early days of this podcast when I told you to fucking accept certain things.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments where you gotta go for the throwback. Throwback Thursday.
Say it, Mikey.
Because
Tell 'em.
it's fucking Thursday while we're recording this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fucking accept it. And
Oh,
let's-
shit.
yeah, move on. You got me.
Is that your best Vegeta?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
And if you want to, your finger to the subscribe and like button.
Oh, man.
Proceed now. You started it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, for our viewers and our listeners, like and subscribe wherever you are either watching us or listening to us. Leave a comment. Actually, give us some suggestions.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any animes that you want us to cover,
Yeah.
or if you guys really like the waifu wars and some
Yeah.
of the other like weird shit that we do, and want to see more of that,
Yeah.
let us know.
Also, I know some of you agree with me on this power scaling bullshit, so tell me. Okay? Please.
And again, too, just another reminder to come on the Discord.
Yeah.
Let's hang out every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm on the Discord. Let's hang out. So go join. Love you guys.
Let's do it. Okay, let's get into the plot because we're there. I don't think there's any other characters that we won't just touch on in the plot.
Everybody else is
Yeah.
the same.
Pretty much. I mean, that's kind of how this show goes.
Yeah. You have the Z Fighters. We all
Yeah.
know them.
Okay, so in this season, we were left off before with like this mystery second time machine.
Yes.
Nobody knows anything about it, and immediately they find it, and it's filled with like strange like Bowser Koopa shells, and everyone's like, "What?" Because no one knows what the fuck's going on. And then like nearby, they find this weird like bug exoskeleton, and everyone's like, "What?" Just completely foreign, completely foreign.
Creepy
and then-
vibes, though.
It's I mean, it's maybe not creepy, but it's like definitely odd.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was creepy.
It's definitely odd. And this is the thing: is it implies there's like a weird fucking alien bug around, which I guess could be creepy.
Could be.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know, or it could be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in catching up with people, we find out that like the androids are like still on the run, kind of hiding, and they're also like after Goku. Like that's all they want to do at this point is like get Goku. And there's a scene where 18 flexes her power by like taking out a bunch of cops, and I'm like, that's what I like to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I like to see little scenes like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, then quickly we find out like something is terrorizing a place called Gingertown. Which honestly, part of me is like, good?
Well, that's racist.
No.
And not a single soul was lost that day.
You know, I mean, I don't even know how Cell powered up in Gingertown.
Who did he absorb?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a bunch of soulless people.
That might explain the freckles, though.
No. Gingertown.
Well, I had made no comment for our ginger viewers.
You have no soul, and you're covered in freckles.
Alrighty.
Well, I love you. 'cause
So
I love
then,
me a
I
good
love
ginger.
you too, but it's true.
yeah. Yeah. In fact, you need more love for having been afflicted as such. Okay, so we meet
All
this
right.
strange like lizard man bug thing, and he's like literally sucking the insides out of people and gobbling them up with his tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, all right.
It's gross.
And his tail is also like kind of a dick.
His tail is kind of a dick.
Very phallic.
It's a dick.
Yeah.
He is quite
well-
phallic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he sucks a football team dry. The whole team. One after another. Sucking him dry.
Hey, did Dragon Ball Z just become a yaoi?
A little bit for just a
Dude.
second.
If you didn't
Just a
watch it and
moment.
you're just listening to us talk about it, yes. Yeah. So then very quickly, another entire city of humans is just wiped out completely.
Yeah.
And then we like are catching up with all our heroes, and they're sensing this like power presence because of power levels,
And it's
like,
growing.
they're not just a power presence, but they're sensing specific people. They're sensing Frieza. They're sensing two Piccolos. They're sensing King Cold and even Vegeta. And they're like, why? What the fuck is happening, right? Anyways, then Piccolo they have to go figure out what's going on. Piccolo flies in and they fight. Piccolo does like some huge fucking blast, and then the bug does a Kamehameha. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
That's the record scratch.
Yeah.
That was it. I
Yeah.
remember that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And then he drains Piccolo's arm, and Piccolo has this like weird fucking floppy arm that looks funny for a second. Made me laugh.
But you also establish or at least get reminded of Piccolo's regenerative abilities.
Exactly. As soon as he loses a limb, you're going to remember. Even before he regenerates, you're going to be like, oh, well,
Here
he's
it
fine.
comes.
He's good. Yeah.
Comes out of his fucking.
He like poops it out of his.
You're all about the sound effects today.
This is a sound effect heavy episode, guys.
It's going to have to be, yeah.
Because this season is full of lots of squelching and weird shit. So,
Yeah. Okay, so after the Piccolo and the Bug Dude square off, Cell, who has a name now, kind of explains himself.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, he's kind of like was a set it and forget it project from like Dr. Giro.
Yep.
And it's in his name.
Cell, yes, exactly, because he consumes power. It comes from the cells of the top
of the
world
greatest
fighters.
warriors of all time.
Exactly. And there's some like confusing timeline stuff here because Trunks, like Cell kills Trunks in the future, but future Trunks is here.
Yeah, different timelines.
But like Cell came back in time using the same time machine that was Trunks, but Trunks traveled back in time before Cell did. So like, how did Cell get the time machine?
That's all different timelines.
That's
so the future
like
Trunks that you're seeing fighting here is
Yeah.
a different Trunks from a different universe than the universe where
How many are there?
Cell killed Infinite.
Yeah, it's the multiverse, man.
Oh.
So it's
infinite.
like
The
like it.
ultimate cop out, bro.
Yeah.
Multiverse.
No, Aliens
Multiverse.
is in the end.
Multiverse.
It was
No.
a dream.
But nowadays it's multiverse.
You're
dude.
right.
Yeah, 'cause
Now
you're
you can
able
justify
to-
any revival.
Yeah.
Not only that, like because you're only really watching one timeline,
Yeah.
and you're just pulling from different timelines to plop in at any point
Yeah.
during that timeline to fuck with it.
This
this
is the
point-
sacred timeline.
Yeah.
At this point, I was thinking that like all these were part of the same timeline. So like future Trunks, I thought is literally the future Trunks of the baby we're watching, but that's not the case, right?
No.
No,
All right.
because that Trunks it ends up being a little different later on.
If they don't change anything that they're the course of history,
Then we are on that
Then they
timeline.
will end up in
But
the same
just by
place.
Trunks coming back, he's changed it.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Yeah. But you don't know
So,
how.
Yeah,
fuck,
Time travel.
dude. You want-
paradox, man.
Reminder, we're a time travel podcast,
yeah,
guys.
time travel podcast, singing podcast. That's my brain
Yeah.
when we talk about time travel.
Every time.
Okay, so Cell pieces out, and his plan is to find the other androids because he never got to get their cells.
If he gets
Because-
17 and 18,
Yeah.
he will achieve perfection.
Exactly, because they pieced out before he was developed, basically. So he never got their cells. So then we're like, now that we know what's going on, we go meet up with our team, and of course it's time to like pair off again, which is kind of how the show goes. So Tien and Piccolo now they're going to go off and find Cell. Gohan and Vegeta are off to train, which is a weird pairing for those two to pair up for a second.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
They're
but
mixing it up.
But it's like at this point, before you meet Trunks, anyone going off with Vegeta other than Goku is like, what?
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, like why do you care about that guy?
Why are you friends?
Yeah.
It's true. But,
But sometimes I'm wondering, sorry, it's like, why are you still around, Vegeta? Like, just leave. Just go away.
He's got a son.
yeah, he's got a son.
Yeah, I
now.
guess so.
I guess so.
But he's not the type to care.
But clearly he is.
I guess, yeah.
but
sure.
Gohan would be the only other person that could actually train with Vegeta, realistically.
Gohan?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
You know, out of all the Z fighters,
Trunks, maybe.
yeah, like
They did it.
Trunks, yeah,
But no, but they have this like father-son like rivalry thing too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then like Krillin's not gonna go fucking fight Vegeta. Like
Honestly, I love Krillin. He's my dude.
Fuck yeah.
He's my
I love
favorite.
Krillin too.
Okay, so the other pairing we have is Krillin.
big Krillin energy.
Yeah. Except little Krillin.
Krillin energy.
Look at
Yeah.
him. He's so mad.
Yeah. Well, I guess at this point I'm not jealous of him yet.
No.
No.
No, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Trunks and Krillin are also teamed up, and they're off to find the lab because they need to destroy it. Because somewhere in that lab, Cell's growing. Except what you just explained to me is that even by destroying it, it doesn't change anything because there's a million different timelines.
Yes.
No, it destroys that timeline's cell.
But the cell that's here, that's a danger and a risk to them, is not that timeline cell. You
Correct.
just told me, so it doesn't matter.
No, but they're taking. Wouldn't it suck if the cell from the sacred timeline woke
Yeah.
up and now there's two cells?
Yeah, but aren't
Yeah.
there a million cells that have a potential of coming back at any
in
given
different
time?
universes.
Yeah.
you can't do anything about that.
But
They
not
all
to mention
have the time machines, and they all can come back.
they're gonna go to what infinite timelines and just
Yeah.
start murdering cells.
Dude,
they don't even
honestly.
know what
They can
the
at least
sacred
control the
timeline is.
They can at least control the one cell within their own timeline.
All right.
Yes. But like
Cool.
imagine if the like the future Cell that was fully powered came back.
Yeah, and
while
then there's two
Little
of them?
Cell, and then not to mention when Little Cell is like not perfect yet, and then absorbs that cell.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're gonna get even like a crazy
Cellception. How many levels of cell deep can you go?
I don't know. But it's like that movie with like that old movie with Jet Li, the one where he like goes around and kills his
I don't know if I saw that movie.
It's such a great concept.
All right.
It's like a multiverse, and every time he kills himself in that multiverse,
Yeah.
he just becomes stronger naturally.
Oh,
And like so at one point he just like is like
that's fucking twisted.
yeah.
Yeah.
But so he's trying to be the last one in
Yeah.
all the timelines.
That's kind of fucked up. It's a lot of murder. Yeah. Or is it suicide? All right.
That's
So,
a good question.
uh,
Wait, so like would it be masturbating if you
if you jerked
Jerked
another one of yourself off?
or
fucked
or
yourself?
you fucked yourself?
Yeah, it would be.
Yep.
One thing I can tell you it would be is hot as hell. Okay, so they
Guys, I totally understand if you close this podcast now
we have a good time. We have a good time.
because I want to.
Yeah. We have a good time. Let's talk about other things that are on about Dragon Ball Z. Okay, so they actually, Krillin and Trunks really quickly find the lab, and they do destroy Cell really quickly. It just happens. And that's done. It doesn't really make much of a difference. It's just a thing that happens. But what they do, then Trunks goes off to train with Vegeta, and Krillin ends up like following Cell around. Like he's like sneaking around.
Yeah.
And then he saves this like young brother and sister from like dying. And I'm like, yes, my dude, he's so noble. Like he'll die from Cell immediately.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care.
He dies a lot, actually.
Yeah, I've only seen him die twice, once. I don't care. But
He is at this point. At this point, he is the world's strongest human.
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
I dig it.
You lose track of the fact that these guys aren't humans. You know what I mean? That they got alien
Because they got no
DNA,
tails anymore.
right?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, like, Krillin is the strongest human on planet Earth.
All right, sick.
So secret badass.
Yeah. He's a sleeper.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So while this is all happening, for some reason, the androids are like driving around in a car. And I'm like, I guess they can't fly. They're the only ones.
I think they can fly
Why are they driving around in a car?
because
Trying
they
to be-
can.
Okay.
Yeah.
They just like it. They just like it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You don't think they looked cool?
I mean,
They look pretty cool.
sure.
They look pretty cool, man. The twin thing,
Yeah.
like cruising, like come on.
All right.
That's a cool vibe.
They're cool, I guess.
I mean, it's probably novel for them to drive.
Could be.
Also, like, probably not related, maybe related. Nerd fact: Toriyama
Likes
was like
cars?
obsessed with cars and motorcycles and planes and like vehicles of all kinds.
So he wanted a
and
cool
he
driving scene.
loved putting his characters on vehicles and things
right.
like that.
There you
So
go. That
You
explains it.
look through his art books, you see Goku like flying planes and like riding
Yeah.
motorcycles.
Yeah.
They did.
When does a dude ever need to fucking do that?
They did have to get their driver's license.
Exactly.
In that one episode.
Exactly, dude.
Okay, so speaking of Goku, he's back. And this is like the earliest we've had a Goku return. Because up until this point, wasn't he like in space or something?
Or dead?
Like, I don't remember where
Yeah.
he
Or
was.
traveling, yeah.
Yeah, he was
He's always
somewhere.
traveling somewhere.
Yeah. It's
So
going
it's
to take
on
him,
his way.
It's going to take him a while, but he'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
So he comes back, and again, even in my notes here, I've written, I was like, I kind of forget where he even came from. Space, maybe? I don't know. And then, anyways, he doesn't really even do much for a while. He ends up just chilling at Kami's place, waiting for Vegeta and Trunks to get out of the chamber. And I'm like, go do something, maybe? Like, I don't know. But I guess he's been in space. It's been a long journey. He probably wants to rest. So, whatever. Okay, so then we get a Piccolo versus 17 fight, which is actually like a pretty good fight.
Yep.
This fight scene was pretty good, and Piccolo's moves are dope looking.
They're a really good match for each other at that point.
Yeah.
Power levels are basically
I
on par.
had that same note, yeah.
Except androids don't run out.
Oh, interesting.
And that's why the tide turns, because Piccolo gets tired.
Yeah.
They're on par, basically. It's a fucking really even match.
Yeah.
But 17 can just go infinitely.
Forever,
He never runs out of
Yeah.
energy.
I think at some point in this battle, a volcano erupts.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it does.
That's how you know shit's getting real, man.
Yeah.
When lava starts flying around.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah,
totally.
That is a
True.
thing, dude. Mikey knows. That is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's absolutely a thing.
The core of the earth
Yeah.
starts
Yeah.
to come out.
across many animes.
All right.
True. Yeah.
Okay, so Cell shows up in the middle of this battle, and he just like transforms. And at this point, I'm like, I guess everyone transforms. Like that's just a thing they all do. Great, no matter.
The new thing.
But his transformation is kind of crazy because like all these souls he's sucked up start screaming, and it's like kind of actually creepy for a
Yeah.
second there. A little bit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now we're getting creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's like dead people screaming
All
like
right.
in pain and agony.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's what did it for you.
Yeah, the bug shell wasn't that creepy.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
All right. So, and now it like pretty quickly Piccolo and the androids are like kind of on the same side, and Piccolo gets like destroyed and 17 gets destroyed, and the big android, the big dude, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's like, I'll give it a go.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16.
And my question is like, is he before or after Terminator came out? Because he's definitely the Terminator.
After.
After, yeah.
Okay.
That was
So that's on
definitely
purpose.
after. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he fucking gets like, as he's going into battle, he has this line too that's such a like, I'll be back. He turns
Yeah.
back and goes, I enjoyed the time. You guys were cool. And then walks
Wait.
into face off with Cell.
Was this you watched this in dub, didn't you?
Yes, I watched dubs. All right?
I was like, I don't remember that.
Bro. He goes, you guys are cool. And walks into battle, dude.
So stupid.
Yeah. It was great. Anyways, he puts up a decent fight or whatever. And like,
He's quite powerful.
yeah, and then I guess he somehow Cell's tail gets ripped off and it regenerates, and you're like, oh right, Piccolo's power because he has
Piccolo.
everyone's power. And now he,
I was surprised though that he didn't immediately go to absorb grounded Piccolo
yeah, that's
in that
interesting.
moment as well.
Yeah, instead he goes for
He's
who's he go
he's
for?
still focused on the androids.
Yeah, for sure. He gets 17.
He gets 17.
And that's another scene where you get like all the like souls that are in his body are like losing their fucking shit. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
this is a
And
little
17
something.
triggers his first like major facial
Yeah.
change.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't notice that, but I'm like already at this point sick and tired of transformations. So
Yeah.
Come on.
it doesn't do it for me. I'll be honest with you.
Well, you're in for a long ride.
I know that's why it doesn't do it for me because it just keeps happening.
That like it basically
Yeah.
came from this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that idea.
And I haven't seen it like this anywhere else. It's just this. It's just their thing they do over and over again.
And you're already
Yeah.
sick of it.
Yeah, pretty
That's
sick
crazy,
of it.
man.
Sorry, dude. Pretty sick of it. How many
Yeah, but
times,
it's-
even in the Frieza arc, how many times did Frieza transform? And I was like, again?
But
why?
that's the best part of it.
For who?
For anyone watching it, man.
No.
Because watching it in real time, dude, like at least as a kid, like now watching it, having seen so much more media and stuff, I
Yeah.
could have predicted he was going to keep transforming. But as a kid, dude,
Yeah.
one transformation, mind blowing. Another transformation,
Yeah.
I'm fucking screaming at my brother.
But at what point are
a
you
third
not screaming?
transformation,
Yeah.
now my parents are getting involved. Okay, a fourth form?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm calling the cops, bro.
See, by fourth
Yeah.
form, I'm like, another one?
Yeah.
dude,
Well, that's the
again?
thing.
Target audience.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not it. I'm not it. Never
Oh
will
my
be.
god.
Sorry.
You're not cool. You're not
Dude.
cool enough.
Sorry. Okay. Anyways,
Kamehameha you out of my house.
17's absorbed. 16 gets his head blasted in. 18 gives her first fuck because she could give no fucks up until this point. She's now
She can give me
officially.
all the fucks.
Well, we're talking about different kinds of fucks here.
Yeah.
So, anyways, now Cell's using 17's voice, and once again, she's fucked up about
Yeah.
it. Like she's fucked up because he's basically saying, like, join us. Like, you know, it's better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one of like the more humanizing moments that you get out of the androids since
Yeah.
they kind of came around. Like you knew there was obviously a bit of a loyalty to each other between them that
Yeah.
started giving you that idea that
Yeah.
oh, there's still some human here and they're not just mindless robots.
Yeah.
But like this is like one of the first times where like you're seeing like real strong human emotion come out of one of them.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah. Okay, at this point, like Tien goes beast modes, and he's like kind of dumb. Like watching him go beast mode, I was like, you could have just not had that part.
Like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Bright lights.
Yeah. And at this time too,
Scary.
my thought too at this point is like, you're never going to convince me that any one of these team members are going to be useful
Right.
in a
Yeah.
fight because
You're just waiting for one of
yeah,
The
two or three people to show up.
they're
the
all
Saiyans.
cannon fodder at this point. Essentially, do you know what I mean? That's
It's-
it.
Well, that's the thing. Like they're pretty much just buying time for them to level up
Yeah.
when they need to train,
Yeah.
and so that when they get back, because the thing that they don't really like explain so much. So now I don't know, maybe if I'm remembering this correctly, anytime a Saiyan gets beat up,
They get stronger.
They get stronger.
They explain
right?
that in like the season 1.
Oh yeah,
So I know all about that.
Yeah,
Vegeta was like dying for people to beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah,
so he
that's
can get more
right. That's
powerful
right.
at
That's
one
right.
point. Yeah. But yeah, I get that. While all this is going down,
Fucking Vegeta.
dude, yeah,
Dying for people to
yeah,
beat
he's
the
like,
fuck out of
Krillin,
him.
you gotta fuck me up real bad.
Fight me
Yeah.
now!
Yeah. Okay, so while this is all going down, we get our classic like somebody watching from a distance scene because Goku and Gohan are just chilling out at Kami's, sensing all the power levels, not doing anything.
Well, they
while-
can't yet, right? Like there is a game plan
Well,
here to everybody up at
true,
Kami's lookout.
but they do because Goku like flies in and rescues Tien because Tien obviously lost.
yeah, but it's instant transmission. He's
Yeah.
in and out.
Yeah. How convenient. So he
How
takes
convenient, dude. They don't
very convenient.
Dude, he went to another planet to learn that technique.
Yeah.
Came
Yeah.
back wearing the clothes of their native race.
Yeah.
Like there's precedence for that move.
Sure. It doesn't make it non-convenient. It's still plot armor, as you would call it. That's your term. That's what it is, right?
Okay, but it's not an ass pull, dude. There's
No.
precedent.
Okay,
there.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. But again, it's the Superman syndrome, right? When you have a Superman, he just is going to win.
Okay, I'm not
Everything's gonna work
denying.
out.
I'm not denying the
Yeah.
convenience.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But this again, we've gone over this, man. It's like this whole thing is not about having real deep story.
I wish it was.
It's about having awesome action,
Yeah.
awesome power ups, cool looking heroes, cool looking bad guys. Bad guys always look cooler, in my opinion.
I just don't think that any of those things are that cool to me.
It's
But
so
I'm not the target
fucking
audience, and I didn't
cool.
see it when I was a kid, so I don't have the nostalgia.
You're also not that cool yourself.
Wow. Wow. Maybe I should like go hang out in a hyperbaric chamber and like power up a bit, and then maybe people would like me.
もしもし
What does
大
that
丈
mean?
夫ですか
Shinobu.
Okay.
Shinobu, Daijoubu? Are you okay?
I'm not okay anymore. No, now I don't feel welcome
I
anymore.
rattled this cage, guys.
Yeah, I don't feel welcome here anymore.
I ruffled your feathers like Bulma.
How many? Once an episode, one of us says like, "This is how it ends," and I think we're there, guys. Sorry. Okay, let's blast through a bunch more of this.
It's gonna be on like an episode like this. If it does end, it'll be an episode.
It's
like
gonna be
this.
Dragon Ball Z season 6. You know what I mean? Like season
Or
7, just
no,
one of those.
season 7. Season 7 will break you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 or
8. Okay. So we're back at Kami's. Goku saved Tien and Piccolo. Trunks and Vegeta come out of the chamber and they're all torn up. And the whole team gets new suits. And they're
Yeah.
all like, yay, fresh digs.
And it's Saiyan armor.
It's all Saiyan armor. Yes, absolutely.
And then Piccolo is like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. And then
Same with Tien, actually. They're just like,
yeah.
nope,
Yeah, no dice.
don't like that.
Yeah.
Didn't like those guys. Don't want to wear
Still
their
don't
clothes.
like those guys.
Yeah.
Goku, you're cool though. It's like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're
cool.
Fuck you. I'm out. Okay, so Trunks and Vegeta and Gohan and Goku tag out. So Trunks and Vegeta are off to take on Cell. Gohan and Goku are into the chamber.
Yes.
Vegeta goes Super Saiyan, which again was a pretty cool transmission. And then you find out, turns out they went in the chamber and he's just like, "Okay, see ya, Trunks," and went off to train by himself. Which is like,
Yep.
honestly, we thought Goku was a bad dad. Sorry, Vegeta's the shittiest dad.
Yeah, that being said, he didn't raise this Trunks.
No, that's
No,
true.
yeah,
But I
that's-
don't
yeah,
think it
that's
would
a-
be different if he did.
Saiyans are just bad parents in general.
Yeah.
Becomes a bit of a trope.
Yeah, fair enough. I get that.
I mean,
so
yeah,
actually-
even in the movie,
Actually, yeah. But actually, there does become. Well, I can think of one.
All right.
Who becomes a good parent.
yeah.
uh,
Anyways.
okay. So where are we? Vegeta shows up all Super Saiyan, and Cell's actually kind of rattled. And in this form, I'm thinking, and this is always the way it goes with the forms, that he's kind of like less scary than his original form. Like he was more scary to me and dangerous feeling when he was like a bug.
Yeah, less human.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
he's-
You think
he's
so?
slowly becoming more human?
Yeah.
Because well, his middle form, he's basically a human. He just doesn't have a nose.
He's a green Frieza in his middle form.
He just doesn't have a nose yet.
Yeah.
He got that flat face, but he's
Yeah.
got more of a human mouth
Yeah.
and more of human eyes.
Well, we
Yeah.
talked about this with Frieza, the juxtaposition of when he becomes in his final form, and he's like this
Creepy
little
Mewtwo
creepy Mewtwo. Yeah,
with the weird
you
toes.
expect an even bigger form, but they go smaller
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
smoother as
Yeah.
opposed to bigger and more grotesque.
Yeah, but like
I get what they're going for. It just, to me, it's not as effective. Like, I'm not scared of those forms. I'm not like convinced of their power, even though they're supposed to be like, you know what I mean? Like a sleeper. Like they're supposed to like
Oh,
not
yeah.
seem powerful, but
No,
be powerful.
He's a creepy bug, man. You feel like there's like fucking gonna be mucus coming out of his
Yeah.
mouth. You brought up the fly earlier tonight. I feel like his first form has like the fly
Yeah,
vibes, where he's
yeah.
just gross.
or like
And
even
the-
like
even though he's
alien
getting-
a little bit. bit.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
And even though he's getting stronger, he's getting more human-like. His facial features are becoming way more human.
Stupid fucking
So
hat.
Now he's got a human face
And a dumb hat.
that's
in
the
his
thing.
perfect form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got two theories about this, right? So my thing is like being human, humans are the scariest fucking creatures on planet Earth, really, at the end of the day, right? So, but we're just so used to seeing other humans that it doesn't really phase us.
Yeah.
But the other thing, though, is I think it was a conscious choice by Toriyama because it was probably a lot easier to animate a human form than it is to make those ugly looking shapes and stuff
Could
like
be.
that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, his body was still fairly humanoid, I guess, in that first form. It's more the
Yeah.
face.
but yeah, but
Yeah,
even like
he's,
I'm saying,
he's
the
hunched
face,
a little
though,
bit and
Yeah,
kind of like has
yeah.
weird like proportions to his arms and legs.
I guess he does.
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
But whatever.
That's true. That's
It's all
true.
good. Okay,
Yeah,
so
but his face though in that first form, man, just
Yeah.
like as a kid, I was always weirded out by it.
I would have
Because
saved
he had,
that
like,
face
that
for the
beak.
final form. How about
Yeah,
this, dude?
dude.
He had the
Give
beak.
him the human body, but put that face on it. Now I'm like, okay, now I'm a little scared because that guy could eat my face with his face. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This face is just gonna like say some stupid shit to me.
Yeah, it's like smiling at me like it wants to like take
Yeah.
me out on a date or something.
Yeah,
You know?
he might treat you nice.
Look at him,
Yeah,
all smug.
He might suck on you.
He would neg you for sure. eh?
he would.
Yeah, he would definitely
He
neg
would,
you.
and then and then later on, you'd let him suck you.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Yeah. Okay,
So
weird.
gross.
Okay, let's get back. Okay. So Vegeta has some classic like Vegeta dialogue in this scene that I thought was kind of funny because Cell's like kind of freaking out and he's like, "Oh, I am Cell though, right?" And Vegeta's like, "No, you're nothing.
Yeah.
You're nothing." And I was like, "That's such a Vegeta thing to say." And then another one that was funny is Cell in desperation is like, "I'll find a way to beat you," while Vegeta's kicking his ass, and Vegeta's like floating above him. Is like, "Oh, is that what you're doing there down there for so long, trying to find a way while he's kicking his ass?" Dude,
yeah.
Vegeta dialogue is primo.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, Vegeta at this point also is kind of showing off that training was successful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's basically taken Super Saiyan, to another degree.
Yeah.
He's elevated it. He's ascended
Yeah.
beyond Super Saiyan,
Yeah.
which was the goal. That's the whole
Yeah.
reason all
They go in
four
the chamber.
of them went
yeah.
into the chamber
to be
was
stronger than Super Saiyan.
to try and find that space. And he's showing
Yeah.
that, he was, I guess, the first one to do it.
Yeah. Speaking of the chamber, inside the chamber, Gohan and Goku are training, and they also have some funny dialogue because at
Yeah.
one point, Goku's like, "Well, you know what your mom would say, but she's not here, so let's train. Do 100 push-ups, then 100 Kamehamehas." Like that's how they're training, just push-ups and Kamehamehas in a chamber.
Yeah.
Because Goku's a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And just
Yeah.
eating a whole lot.
So much.
Yeah.
Which is funny because, like, you're in a hyperbolic time chamber and you have a fridge full of food that just really seems infinite.
Well, it's just everything in the chamber is magic,
Magic.
right? Like
Yeah,
it's all
that's
just
true.
whatever the fuck they want. Like,
Yeah, it's all like Kami's magic.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they're bonding in there, and I'm thinking obviously with my brain, I'm like, okay, because like eventually they're gonna murder Gohan, and Goku's gonna fucking lose it, and I'm gonna have to watch that happen. Am I right?
Just watch the fucking show, bro.
watch,
All right.
watch it, man.
Okay, so something
See,
else that's happening.
This is what I was thinking because I couldn't remember like at what point we left off last time.
Yeah.
And like I thought we were in the actual tournament at this point.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
no tournament yet.
Yeah.
We'll get there. So, anyways, what's happening now is Krillin is supposed to kill 18 before Cell can get her because that's how he's going to reach his what you guys are calling perfect form.
That's right.
But like he's like randomly all fucked up about it, and he like doesn't understand why, and then it turns out he's fucking in love.
Yeah, buddy.
He loves her, dude.
Yeah.
And he chooses love.
He chooses to save her.
And
at
I'm
the
like-
last second, he destroys the remote control, and he does it.
Yeah.
And she sees him do it.
Yeah. And I back it.
She sees him do it.
I back it.
You ship them?
I ship them all day, dude.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Good. You should.
I ship them because feelings.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And then he tries to like defend her because I guess Cell's there, but he does it such a piss poor job, right?
Yeah, he's infinitely weaker than her.
Yeah. It's so funny, dude. And then Cell gets her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's like, yep.
Even the fucking sound, dude.
Oh my god. And while Cell's getting her, Vegeta is loving it because he's ready for the next challenge.
Yeah.
He wants a stronger Cell.
He doesn't care at
Yeah,
all.
he loves it. So Cell's in his final form, which I call Pope Frieza. And again, we already talked about this, but like the last form is always kind of like
Frieza, dude.
little. Look at him, dude.
I never would have thought of that until just now.
Yeah.
What has been seen cannot be unseen.
This is, dude. You just changed Dragon Ball for me after fucking 30 years of my life, man. Pope Frieza, dude. That is now Pope Frieza.
It is.
I think we need to make a shirt now. Pope Frieza. I just sell. It just says Pope Frieza on
Yeah, sure.
it. Dude.
It makes sense.
God.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm into it.
All right.
Okay, and so he's now like facing off against Vegeta, and it looks like Vegeta like maybe has met his match, and Trunks is there, and he won't step in, right? And so Vegeta does like another massive power up, and I'm like Super Saiyan now, Super Saiyan. Like I don't know what's the levels here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like this is. I mean, I'm trying to think. Did he get bulky yet, or was this when he started getting real chunky?
I don't remember, man.
Because they get chunked up at a certain point, big time, and like that's really the sign that they've kind of ascended. But he was charging up a final flash, which is like his Kamehameha, basically.
Okay.
It's his version of his final form. And
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
he's charging it up for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Shit around him is literally fucking collapsing as he's doing so.
Yeah.
And then he throws a little challenge out to his cell buddy, and he's just like, "Hey, why don't you just stand there and take this if you're so strong?
Yeah.
Because you should be able to brush it off, right?
Yeah.
Don't dodge.
And he does.
Just take it."
But
and
that's
he's
what
like,
happens.
"Okay."
Yeah. And he smashes Cell.
He actually does a fucking pretty good hit on him.
Yeah, but
he takes out like a whole quarter of his body.
exactly.
Yeah.
But what we've
But-
forgotten is that he has
Piccolo.
Piccolo's regeneration power.
Yes.
And so
So
he
we
just like
get-
grows. We gotta. Yeah.
Everybody
And
hates me this episode.
At this point, Trunks gets a power up. And this is when I realized this season isn't about Goku or Gohan at all. They've been around a little bit, but like we're not seeing them do fucking anything.
Trunks gets arguably, I'd say maybe one of my top 3 favorite transformation moments and like looks in all of Dragon Ball ever.
It right here?
Right here, this age Trunks in the Saiyan out armor when he goes like beast mode and
Yeah.
when I'm saying when they get chunky, you had to have noticed compared to that.
Oh, yeah.
Trunks gets like real big,
For sure, yeah.
beefy.
real beefy.
Yeah. I noticed
love that fucking design.
He was
dude.
the
love that design.
That design was the precursor to another character that will
Okay.
That's right.
from a movie.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna beat a dead
Mikey
horse.
is senpai.
But
Mikey
I,
is senpai.
that-
I am senpai.
he is senpai.
Wait. Where's my senpai button?
He brought that.
Senpai.
Yeah, he brought the trivia.
Respect, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna beat a dead horse like crazy, but like I'm so burned out of transitions that like, none of them are hitting for me, dude.
Yeah,
and power
that's
ups
fine.
too. Like even the sick Vegeta one, like as I'm watching it, I was like, cool, but like it's nothing I haven't seen before. It's maybe like incrementally like bigger, but like I'm burned out on it. So sorry.
Well, one thing that you are seeing though is like you're seeing a little bit of an evolution of this. I guess this life form like of these Saiyans, right?
Yeah.
Because you're seeing them essentially evolve
Yeah.
and unlock further stages of evolution
Yeah.
that they can reach. But you're seeing that sometimes some of them have shortcomings. Some of them aren't perfect necessarily. It's not always 100% better in every way.
Yeah.
Because there's a caveat to Trunks getting all big and juicy.
What's the caveat?
He gets slow as fuck.
Oh, I don't remember noticing that.
Really?
I miss things.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
leave it to you to miss a humongous thing because this is literally the turning point in the fight.
Okay.
His Cell like catches him and realizes, and he's just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I just figured it out."
Uh,
And he's like, I know how I'm about to beat you."
oh, you know what's
He's
funny?
like, you can't beat me. And
Yeah.
Trunks was just like, "What do you mean? You said that with such certainty."
Yeah.
And he's just like, "I know you can't beat me."
Interesting.
And he's just like, "Why?" He's just like, "Because you're slow."
Huh. So you know where I did notice
It's a
that
mic
is,
drop
is
moment.
in the training as like a parallel to that happening in the chamber. Goku during their training is like learning speed techniques
Yes.
versus strength techniques.
Yes.
because he can foresee that being the case.
And he's also trying to stay in Super Saiyan as
Yeah.
long as possible.
Yeah.
And prolong his length of time in that form.
Yeah.
So that when he does ascend,
Yeah.
it's less volatile. It's less
Yeah.
uncontrollable.
Yeah.
He can keep it contained.
And
right?
this is, I guess, like this is next season, but I just watched the episode. But the way they explain it is like he doesn't have to use his energy towards transformations anymore.
right.
yes.
He's already there, so he can
Yeah.
focus his energy more on his attacks and power ups and whatnot.
A whole new normal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Plus, now everyone has white hair, and I'm once again having a hard time figuring out who's who
Okay.
because they all look the same again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did go
whiter.
a lot more whiter with the
Yeah.
palette.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I didn't mind it so much.
Yeah.
It's because right now they're getting into Super Saiyan 2, essentially.
Well, not yet.
They're getting close.
Chill with the spoilers.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
Cool. Super Saiyan 2, Electric Boogaloo. We'll get there. Okay, so another thing that's
He doesn't
funny.
know how poignant that is.
I don't know.
Okay, fine.
Electric.
To be fair, like I'm
Boogaloo.
probably not going to care.
No, but I do.
Okay. Sorry, bud. So another funny thing that's happening is Android 16 is just like leaning against a rock with a busted open head, like kind of half commenting on the fight.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yes.
what a strange component to what's going on here. Like he's just lying there all fucked up.
Just bleeding.
Yeah. He's basically just like saying who's winning as they're winning. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. I guess we needed that.
He's us.
Yeah. Anyways, this fight is happening, and then like kind of out of nowhere, Cell goes like, "I'm tired of this. I'm gonna stop. We're gonna stop fighting, and like I'm gonna host a tournament.
Yeah.
So see ya."
Yeah.
And that's basically how this season ends.
Well, he decides like this planet's worthless. I'm going to destroy it.
Yeah.
But before I do that, might as well just see if there's anybody on this stinking rock that
Yeah.
can give me a good time before I do so.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So, but he at this point he's resolved that everybody's about to just get.
Yeah, decimated.
That's fucking the end.
That's
And
the
now
end.
you have the Cell games to look forward to.
Honestly, like maybe it'll be good.
Tournament,
Yeah,
a tournament,
it's a
man.
I'm
Tournament,
thinking. I'm
yeah,
thinking
true.
more good fights.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
for sure.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, some of the best, dude.
Yeah.
Some of the best.
Absolutely.
This is though, like, I mean, this is peak Dragon Ball right now, man. Like, I
Yeah.
would say, like, every season so far, I've been being like, but just wait, like, they're gonna like hit their stride with this, and they're gonna bring this, and the tone is gonna reach this. This is like peak
Yeah.
everything right now, man. You're getting different forms.
Yeah.
You're getting a villain that's transforming.
Yeah.
You think this is
They're
more
on
peak
planetary-
than like Majin?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, like, that's still peak. No, I didn't say more. I wouldn't say more peak, but I'm saying this has reached a pinnacle now, and it stays like this right through to the end.
Oh,
But
I
like,
see what you're
but
saying.
like,
Yeah.
well, how is this more peak than what we saw with Frieza? You just described the Frieza when you described why this is peak. You described what we saw with Frieza.
Well, I think because
So what's the difference?
It was. I think it was just getting introduced with Frieza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a little looser, I thought, with Frieza. It was a little crazier. Now you're seeing that like they're developing a formula. You know what I mean? With
Yeah.
Cell. Now you're seeing they're developing a style. And this
Yeah.
becomes their style, like
All right.
the style of villain,
See.
the style of power up to overcome the villain, the
Yeah.
style of teamwork. Everything is like established now.
I'm sad to say that shit bums me out. I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that. What we're learning, what is peak Dragon Ball Z, is the knowledge that it's just going to be this over and over again forever.
Yeah, man. I mean, I personally, I'm into like people
Just fighting and trying to blow each other up.
and searching for their limits and surpassing them.
Yeah,
and
I just
what
think that
that
you can
looks like
do
and-
that without just repeating the same formula over and over again.
you certainly can.
Yeah.
And that's
But
what I
if
would
you
prefer.
but if you like said formula,
Yeah.
then you're just like,
Yeah. Well, that's. But here's
Was
the
that
thing.
another
it's-
sound effect?
Almost.
Yeah, almost. This is not meant to be, like I said before, a really in-depth story. It is candy.
Yeah.
This is pure adrenaline junkie candy. Like you just want a dopamine hit of watching people fight over and over again, and seeing the different villain designs,
Yeah.
and how they're gonna overcome it. And that's it. Like if I could just have none of the rest of the stuff, and it was just Goku, Gohan, and whatnot. Go from tournament to tournament.
Yeah.
Essentially, and they do,
Sure.
right? Like it's the best.
They
I
just
guess
they
it's
just
just not
they just
my
want
vibe.
they just wanted every 9-year-old in the world to be
Yeah.
in their living room with their shirt off,
I
Yeah.
know what it is.
trying to fucking
Yeah.
fucking.
You don't have the same amount of aggression that we do.
You might be right.
That is it. That is it. He doesn't have the same kind of aggression that you and I have.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So here's the
Yeah,
question
that
then.
could be it.
Here's the
right?
question
Like,
then.
yeah.
You and I. Wait. No,
Okay,
here's,
go. I'm listening.
He and I have like this primal need for aggression in some way or form. There's like
Yeah.
just like a base
Interesting.
like
I've never seen
primordial
your
value.
tiger. I've never seen
Yeah.
your tiger.
I don't know if there's a tiger in me, bro.
But that's not what I'm saying.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have I don't think you have a tiger.
We have tigers.
We have tigers. I'm
okay.
literally born in the year of the tiger.
Yeah. I think I'm a rat.
That makes sense.
I'm a sheep.
That doesn't make sense.
But it lines up with that I'm an Aries,
Okay.
which it does make a lot of sense.
I'm a Taurus.
Oh.
So I'm supposed to have aggression.
No,
Tell
you're
us your
supposed-
zodiac in the comments, guys.
We're a Zodiac podcast now. So
But yeah, no, okay, so what were you going to say?
I don't remember.
Oh, well, anyway, okay. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Wait, do you want to hear my rating? Because you can get even more angry at me and
No,
your
I don't wanna
aggression.
hear
comes
it at all, actually.
Dude, you'll get your aggression that you want.
Yeah, we got a lot to wrap up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, we got a lot to wrap up. I guess just like podcast stuff. But
Sure.
yeah, I'm sorry that you're feeling this way about Dragon Ball at this point.
Yeah.
I hope that maybe the remaining character development continues to endear you to these characters and that
Yeah.
you continue to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But sucks to suck, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I'm just going to try to like make you watch all the fillers and all the weird little side stuff. And
Dude,
fan
there's
stuff.
already no fillers from that list you gave me in this season or the next. Like, I just have to suffer through 30 episodes straight.
At this point, I just want you to suffer more.
Yeah, I know that.
Wait, are you implying that filler makes less suffering?
Filler, some of the filler episodes are like kind of fun.
Are you hashtag team filler?
No, not really. I'm kind of like hashtag team no Dragon Ball Z ever.
Guys,
Sorry, dude.
you guys, my Shweebs, somebody help us out. Write something in the comments.
I'm gonna design a shirt that's Pope Frieza,
I'll wear that.
except it's gonna be your fucking face, bro.
But then it's not Pope Frieza anymore.
No. It's going to be your face superimposed on Cell's body.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Cool.
It's not. I'm just gonna replace that face with you.
I'll still wear that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking guy.
Yeah. Anyways, 3 out of
anyway.
10.
Wow. 3 out of 10.
That's less than last season?
I don't even remember what last season was ranked. Let me tell you why, okay? Honestly, I'm bored at this point. I'm not really seeing anything new. I'm seeing what I've already seen. I'm not impressed by Cell as a villain. And also, this season has like no triumphant Goku return, which is like really what makes every season. That's the moment every season where I'm like, fuck yeah. I didn't get it this season. So,
Well, you got a season of build up and cool shit. And you got to see the ship of 18 and Krillin. And you got to see fucking dick sucking Cell.
that didn't make it better.
How did it? That
for
should
me-
be at least a 5.
For me, as a big Vegeta Trunks guy,
Yeah.
I got a lot of them this season.
You did,
and
yeah.
a lot of cool shit from them where
Yeah.
they were very powerful for a lot of the time. So
Yeah.
I really like this season.
Okay.
Personally.
So what did you give this season?
Wait, what did you give it?
I didn't give it anything
Oh,
yet.
okay. I thought you said 5 out of 10 just a second ago.
He
No,
said, he
6.
said at least a 5 from me. He's making up a score for me.
For you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. You gave it a 5 out of 10. So for me, God, this is very peak. Like I said, this is peak Dragon Ball. I mean, this is 9.
9.
Wow.
9 out of 10 for me this season.
Wow, bro.
This I could go back and hand pick episodes out of this season and watch them any fucking day, and it's like pinnacle of anime for me.
Damn.
Yeah, I give this one an 8 because it's like the Frieza saga where like you first time see Goku go like Super Saiyan, like that was a prolific moment, right? And all those first being introduced to changing forms and whatnot. This is where like it is peak and the like animation quality is up there, but I just know what happens in the tournament. So it's like
I see.
because I'm gonna rate the tournament higher.
This feels like a bit of a build up and just a
Yeah,
game.
So you're only rating it 8 to leave room for that extra point that you're already pre-giving next season.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, okay. I get it. I get it.
Read like a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, on that note,
On that note,
you
that
guys hate
note,
me, and we
we
might not
have-
have another episode.
But what we do have is really good cameras.
Yeah.
And you guys might have some insight as to why. Why is that, guys?
Well, there's this
Cats.
Yes.
It's because cats.
Mikey, you were saying.
Yeah. Because of Never Not Kittens, a nonprofit rescue that saves little kittens. Go check them out. They're on TikTok. You can find them there.
In the episode notes, we have a link directly to the
Yeah.
TikTok.
Absolutely. Go check them out. They do great work. Donate if you can, whatever you can. It's really appreciated. Again, it's a nonprofit.
At the very least, check out those fucking cats.
They are fucking cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
And yeah, so special again, thanks for that
Yes,
for the
thank you
cameras
for
because
them.
that's why we look so fucking good on your screen right now.
Right?
Compared to the earlier episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we still looked good. You just couldn't tell because the cameras were not as good.
Well, I always look good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all agree.
Yeah.
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 Anyways.
I know. I agreed about myself, not about you.
Yeah. What are you trying to say here?
You're ugly.
Aw.
Love you. Bye, guys.
All right, guys.
Okay. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Oh, wait.
Reaching in on Instagram.
I don't even fucking care to do it. At hanger.91.
J.com.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Well, you can find me on TikTok and all that
Yeah.
stuff at Shmanime Pod.
Yeah, Shmanime Pod everywhere. And hang out on the Discord.
Hang out on the Discord. Love you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.